Have you guys seen this magazine? If you haven't, don't worry about it. It's not that incredible. If you don't know, this is Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, and they're on the cover of Time magazine. That's it. That's all this is. That's the scandal. And I quite literally mean that this is the scandal. So, at first I was a little confused at what's the problem, and then eventually somebody told me that the problem here is that his wife Meghan is in the front of the magazine, and Prince Harry is behind her, and therefore he looks effeminate, and that this is not a good role model, and that he looks like a weak man because he's standing in this way. And that's the controversy. I think somebody specifically said that part of it has to do with the fact that he doesn't have frontal penis energy, I think was one comment I saw, as in he's not standing in the front with his junk frontward. Basically, people are angry that the woman is standing in front of the man, okay? Emoid bad, right? And that he has, yes, somebody brought it up in chat. The term I saw was like cock shame. Now, all that ridiculous nonsense aside, I'm not just talking about random Twitter commenters. This went all the way up. Now, first, Candace Owens had something to say about it. Candace Owens had to say, I honestly cannot. The live emasculation of Prince Harry continues. I would never want my husband to be embarrassed like this in front of the world. Just so pathetic. And again, the picture she is referring to is this. He is just standing there. That is all he's doing. He's not being castrated live pay-per-view. He's just standing there. That's it. That's all it is. Anyway, the next person to open their mouth about this was Matt Walsh. Harry crouching behind his wife while grabbing onto her shoulder is a perfect representative of the modern beta male. The man has just been absolutely neutered. A sad display. The media loves it. Now, can I just quickly say that Prince Harry was like an Apache pilot. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but he was an Apache pilot. I don't know what conservative figures like Matt Walsh and Candace Owens like idolize when it comes to like what a manly man is, right? But I mean, of course, that was that famous scene where he had to run away in an interview because there was some like air raid siren. And he had to hide, if I remember the story correctly, he had to hide to do this. Is that, let's see if I can find Prince Harry runs away. Second. He had to run away from an interview, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is it.
More access than ever before to the prince in Afghanistan. The deal struck between the palace and MOD with journalists.
Weetabix. Same as every day down here.
Last time Harry was deployed, a media blackout fell apart and he had to come home. This time cameras had access to him over Christmas.
This is my bed. I don't really make it when I'm down here, which is a joy. That's it, made.
He seemed relaxed, his guard down, but when the call came, his duty was very clear to see.
It wasn't done in the wrong way, but it was just...
He gave reporters a tour of his Apache helicopter, answering the very important question.
Now, I'm not trying to say that Prince Harry is the peak of modern masculinity, right? But Prince Harry, when it comes to what I would say Matt Walsh and Candace Owens values when it comes to modern masculinity, clicks a lot of those boxes. Now, we could talk, as somebody brought up in chat, about how veterans are nothing more than props, as a story I talked about yesterday further demonstrated from Newsmax, but that's besides the point. I do also want to bring attention to the fact that here's a post that I was able to find from Matt Walsh. Here is him on the left, and here is him on the right. A follow-up to my tale of horror. If you need photographic evidence that I'm a girly man who has to put on work boots and stand up on the coffee table, armed with a vacuum cleaner in order to kill a spider, my wife was happy to oblige by taking this picture in the midst of the chaos. Men, take note. This is how to terminate an arachnid if you have no courage or shame. Now, I don't care if he's scared of spiders. There's a lot of people are. But it's very strange for Matt Walsh to try to project himself like he is the authority on masculinity when he has done things that would be more traditionally considered emasculating. Now, neither of these things matter. Prince Harry standing like this or Matt Walsh doing this. It does not dictate who you are as a person or if you're masculine or not masculine. All that happened here is he put his hand on his wife's shoulder and he stood behind her. In fact, I'm pretty sure every husband has done that at some point in their life, even if it wasn't in front of a camera. But finally, it wasn't just these online personalities. Eventually, it went all the way to the top with Fox News. So when I say that this is an outrage story and that the right is outraged about this, I don't just mean one or two. I mean all the way up to established, entrenched media institutions. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle face backlash for strange Time magazine cover. They look CGI. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were part of the icon section of the list, and it is a whole article talking about it, and people, of course, being angry about it. Look, all I want to say is this. Leave him alone, okay? All he did was stand next to his wife in a picture. I don't think either of them were trying to make a massive political statement or a statement of any sort with this picture. They were just had a picture taken of them. They were standing there, and that was it, okay? They weren't trying to talk about the modern emasculation of the man and showing the dominance of women or make some feminist statement. They were just standing there. This is just a bunch of projection from people who are worried that they would look emasculated in that position. That Matt Walsh probably has a lack of confidence in himself as a man, and so that's why he's very angry about this picture. Candace Owens doesn't even explain how it's emasculating, just that it's pathetic, but again, might have to do with insecurity issues. I hope they all get that resolved and they just leave these people alone. I mean, I like what's the picture that I was supposed to see, right? Was I supposed to see like Prince Harry like saving a princess? Is this the next like for example, if they were to run Time magazine, is this the picture that they need the prince to be in? Is this it? Is this the next pose they need if he's to prove his manhood? I don't know, man. Just seems like pointless outrage to me. This is one of the reasons I didn't cover the AOC dress thing. Is this type of story happens every single week.